Today we're going to talk about jump ball. Let the games begin. The NCAA rulebooks do a great job of breaking down the jump ball rule. So we're going to take the jump ball rule from the NCAA rulebooks, which is the same pretty much for all levels. So the jump ball is the method of putting the ball into play at the beginning of the game or any extra periods by tossing it up between two opponents in a center circle. The rule can be found in the following rule sets. Pretty much in Rule 6 for all rules, 6.3 for NFHS, NCAA men and NCAA women 6.2. Also can be found in 4-28 for NFHS. Jump ball is one of the three methods for a dead ball to become live. And the ball actually becomes live once the official tosses the ball. We want to ensure that the toss should go at least 1 foot above the tallest jumper. Now note one thing about jump ball being live. When the ball is initially tossed, the clock is properly stopped. Once the ball is touched by one of the jumpers, the clock will be properly started. So jump ball is a method of the dead ball becoming live where the clock will be stopped and started all at the same time while the ball is live. So as we earlier highlighted, the jump ball starts when the ball is actually tossed by a referee or designated official. It ends when the ball is legally touched by a jumper, the playing court, a non-jumper, the basket, backboard, an official, or any other method where the ball is made dead. Jumpers may actually touch the ball twice before the ball has to legally touch something else. If non-jumpers are 3 feet or closer to the center circle, then they cannot move until the ball is tossed. Everyone else further than 3 feet from the center circle are not restricted from moving prior to the toss. The toss should go at least 1 foot above the tallest jumper. If it does not, then one of the officials should whistle for a retoss. The tableside official will chop in the clock once the ball is legally touched by one of the jumpers. We have already established that the jumpers may touch the ball twice before the ball has to legally touch something else. And we have discussed that non-jumpers 3 feet and closer to the center circle cannot move until the ball is tossed, while all other jumpers that are further than 3 feet from the center circle are not restricted from moving prior to the toss. These are the positions of our referee and U1 to start the basketball contest. If the jumper on the right's team wins the initial jump ball, these are the positions that our referee and U1 will take as lead at the 3-foot designated spot and as trail at the 28-foot mark. If our jumper on the left's team wins the initial jump ball, here are the positions that our referee and U1 will take. Our U1 will become the lead at the 3-foot designated spot, and the referee will become a trail at the 28-foot mark. This diagram highlights what we just discussed earlier. If our jumper on the left team wins the jump ball, our referee will become the trail and move to the 28-foot mark. Our U1 will become the lead and move to the 3-foot mark, which is called the post-up position. Let's also note that the 28-foot mark in which our new trail starts is the end of the NFHS coaches box. If the jumper on the right's team wins the jump ball, Again, our referee will become the trail and move to the 28-foot mark, which is the end of the coach's box for NFHS. Our U1 will become lead and move to the 3-foot mark, which is the post-up position along the end line. We discussed the positions that our referee and U1 will take to start the contest. Please note that our trail could be on the court or out of bounds, depending on if the players and the ball are in the area. Our U1, who will come lead, starts at the post up position, but could end up at the close down position or the wide position, given the players in the area as well as the basketball. Let's look at two jump ball plays to illustrate the toss, the players, and the officials moving to the proper positioning. U1 should be positioned to the right of the scorer's table. Reason being, you want our scoring and game clock officials to be able to see the, the jump ball toss being touched by one of the jumpers so they can correctly start the clock and correctly set the alternating possession arrow. This is an outstanding toss by our referee. Our jump ball tosses should be something that we all as officials practice. This is excellent positioning by lead. He's at a wide position because he has 4 players in the lane in his primary coverage area, plus one more player outside the 3-point arc. We would like our trail official to come down just inside the 28-foot mark extended. That way he can officiate the 2 matchups in his primary coverage area and see the airspace between opposing players. U1 should be positioned to the right of the scorer's table. Reason being, you want our scoring and game clock officials to be able to see the, the jump ball toss being touched by one of the jumpers so they can correctly start the clock and correctly set the alternating possession arrow. This is an outstanding toss by our referee. We should always practice our jump ball tosses. There's not a lot to say here. This is excellent positioning by both officials.